I'm going to talk about why I am pro-choice as far as the abortion debate, and why I'm actually more pro-life than most of you pro-lifers or anti-abortionists. First, I want to note that I never had an abortion, and I can't have an abortion. I'm a male. As most of you consume other animals' flesh and bodily fluids in the form of milk and meat, and that doesn't sound very pro-life to me. But you can check out factory farm footage, meatvideo.com, of the enormous suffering that is involved in those facilities as well, on a massive scale, talking about billions. And it's all necessary at this day and age. So back to the point though, I am pro-choice for various reasons, and I want to support it before you jump to conclusions. First, I want to give my background. I served in the Peace Corps, helping many human charities. I continue to help human charities as well as animal rights charities such as mercyforanimals.org and vegan outreach. Check out the video meatvideo.com to see what that's all about. I strongly suggest everyone seeing that. But anyways, I served in the PeaceCorps.gov for more information. I worked with boys and girls clubs, tutoring at schools, and disabled children and such. Camp Easter Seal. We did a lot of good charities, Habitat for Humanity. But these are the main reasons I am pro-choice. First thing is human population control, I think, is a huge issue. Our population is supposed to double in the next few centuries. Our growth is just beyond comprehension. And with that comes more suffering because there's not enough resources or properly allocated resources. Also, there's a toll on our environment for future generations that are going to rely on it, as well as other species who we're supposed to share this environment with. But aside from human population control, my other issue is that there's no suffering as far as I understand in my research. It's less than giving a dog a needle and putting them to sleep. If you do it early enough, they are not conscious, they are not aware, and their central nervous system is not developed, so they cannot suffer. Now, I do agree that prevention is always best. They should probably, you should be working with people helping develop birth control and working with Planned Parenthood instead of being against them. Birth control is probably the best method to reduce the suffering. So I think that would be a better focus rather than say you can and can't do this with your body, as feminists would say, because it's still reliant upon them. They could use a coat hanger, they could drink alcohol or something, and so you can't force someone to be a parent, especially before the kid is even born. My other concern is, like I said, I am more pro-life than you, most of you. I would adopt if I ever had a kid. I'm not going to have a kid. I had a vasectomy. But I would adopt if I ever did have a kid. If you are pro-life and you adopt it, I actually have respect for you. If you were just pro-life and you haven't done anything, you haven't volunteered at Boys and Girls Clubs or anything of that nature, I have zero respect for your beliefs that have no action behind them. Like I said, you can't force someone to be a parent or a decent parent, so then they're going to turn out to be horrible kids. They're going to be on, a lot of them are going to be on welfare. I do not want to pay for other people's children. I already pay for my school taxes, which is absurd, an absurd amount. So I don't want to pay into that welfare. Even the people that do adopt, they get government subsidies. So basically, all of us are paying welfare or child support for children that are not ours. I think it's based off of religion and rather than logic, which I am and suffering, that conception thing, whatever. I don't even think they can suffer or are as conscious as a shrimp in the sea. Okay, that's just what I understand from my research. But like I said, most of you guys eat meat, kill baby cows to steal their milk, which the baby cows become veal, and then once the mothers become milk machines and are used up, they're slaughtered too. So look about your own actions as well. As I said, I can't have an abortion, but I'd support it much worse. World hunger in third world countries and stuff, I think that they should, if religion didn't get in the way, they would be more apt to take birth control. Again, religion and logic. So I think that's the best solution, long term, rather than an endless cycle of paying welfare and child support and giving money to third world countries, help them lower their population, which would then help reduce the suffering. We have a lot of children whose needs are not met. They should be met before you bring more life into this world. Meet the needs of those who are currently suffering or in need. The other thing is, I mean, if someone does make a mistake at an early age, you can't tell them abstinence, they're not going to listen. They make a mistake at a young age, they shouldn't have their entire life basically derailed, where they're relying on their parents, so then that hurts them. Then they can't go to college, they can't get a job, they can't contribute to society in most cases, so it's very, very difficult. So I mean, one mistake, I think if you nip it in the bud and do it early enough, it's not the end of the world. I would not want to ruin my mom's life if that had happened. We don't need more do-guard families with 30 kids with our population problem. There's just lots of issues. So in summary, in closing, I've served in the Peace Corps to deal with many human and animal rights charities, Boys and Girls Clubs and stuff, and I would adopt. I never had an abortion. I had a vasectomy. I believe in birth control is the best answer before obviously relying on abortion. But things happen. Young people make mistakes. There's not much suffering involved. There is immense suffering involved with current children in other countries, or even here, that have not had their needs met, and that should be our focus. I'm not religious, and I believe I don't want to pay welfare for people's children, and you can't force someone to be a decent parent. So unless if you're willing to adopt all these children, not take government subsidies, and help with human population control by not reproducing yourself, I cannot agree with you and your religious or ways of thinking and wanting to make laws. I try to use logic. So I think I've supported my case pretty clearly. I think there's more really issues like our environment that future generations rely on and such, and animal rights issues which are connected to world hunger, our environment, healthcare system, and so forth that are more pressing issues. Not to say that other things are not important. So that is my spiel. Watch meatvideo.com for factory farm footage. The suffering of billions of mammals at our hands every day.